Hello everybody, here we are again. 3 weeks ago I uploaded a lightsaber duel tutorial. That video was very well received. Thanks for all the support. In the comments of this video I was asked if I could do extensive tutorials for each and every hero. As I had just done the lightsaber guide, I didn't feel like doing a lightsaber hero. So I chose two of the villains most people tend to struggle with. Those being Emperor Palpatine and Boba Fett. I grouped these two together because they are both mobility based heroes and I have a pretty similar playstyle for both of them. I will be going over their stats, abilities, star cards, movement and some tips and tricks. I will cover them both separately. Palpatine in this video and Boba Fett next week. If you're only interested in one aspect, timestamps will be provided in the description down below. But now, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Palpatine's base health is 700 and he has a max health regen of 250. He has a health regen delay of 5 seconds and a health regen rate of 75 per second. This means he can regen his maximum of 250 health in just under 8.3 seconds. Palpatine has a sprint speed of 7 meters a second and a max jump height of 10 meters. This sprint speed is on par with all blaster heroes. But by combining it with his dodges, he becomes one of the fastest characters in the game. Speaking about dodges, Palpatine has 2 dodges, each with a 1.1 second cooldown. Palpatine can use 2 kinds of dashes. A side dash that travels 6.25 meters, and a forward dash that travels a whopping 10 meters. Finally, we have Palpatine's basic attacks. For his basic attack, Palpatine is the only character in the game that actually gives you 2 options. If you press either the L2 or R2 button, he will execute his one-handed lightning attack. This attack deals 14 damage every 0.3 seconds. It drains very little stamina and can bounce to other close by enemies. If you press both buttons at once, you will perform Emperor Palpatine's two-handed lightning attack. This attack deals double damage, 28 damage every 0.3 seconds. This attack will no longer bounce, but it will deal damage in an area close around the target. One real downside to Palpatine's two-handed lightning attack is that it drains double the stamina. Despite this, 99% of the time you're going to want to use Palpatine's two-handed lightning attack. Now it is time to go over Emperor Palpatine's abilities. And first up is one of the strongest abilities in the game. I am of course talking about Chain Lightning. This ability deals 120 damage to each target it hits, and it can bounce to up to 6 targets. This ability is really good for taking out big groups of infantry or finishing off enemy heroes. Next up is Dark Aura. This ability creates a storm cloud around Emperor Palpatine that deals 15 damage every second to any opponent within its range. This damage goes through block, and anyone within the ability's range has his vision blurred. This ability is great for dealing chip damage to groups of infantry and stalling lightsaber heroes their health regen. Finally, we have Electrocute. This ability stuns opponents in an area of 15 meters for a duration of 1 second. This ability shouldn't be used against infantry, as the animation time is too long for it to be of any use. But it's great to deal some extra damage against enemy heroes or reinforcements. On top of their 3 main abilities, all heroes besides Bosk also have one passive ability. This passive is a health on kill, regenerating 20 health for every trooper kill and 100 health for every hero kill. Before we get into the real tactics, we first need to cover the best star card setup. If you are lazy like me and don't want to change your star card setup all the time, I recommend this build. Lightning Reach, because more range means less travel time, quicker kills and therefore less health loss. Show No Mercy, because Chain Lightning is one of the best abilities in the game, and the quicker you get it back, the better. And finally, In Full Control, because more stamina means you can attack for longer, resulting in more kills. However, if you don't mind constantly swapping your cards, I recommend exchanging In Full Control for Surge of Lightning whenever you're playing co-op, and Show No Mercy for the Rule of 2 whenever you're playing Hero Showdown. Now we are finally getting to the good part, dodge strategies. Palpatine has the single best dodge in the entire game. So a well-played Palpatine is really agile and really difficult to hit. When a lightsaber hero tries to attack you with its basic attack, you can simply dash straight through your opponent and turn around to both dodge their ability and get a position in which you can attack. After this, your opponent will usually do either one of two things. Either they will start block spamming, something we will cover in a little bit, or they will come straight after you again, in which case you can just repeat the process. With Palpatine, you're basically constantly trying to stay close to your target, while still keeping outside of your opponent's lightsaber range. To accomplish this, a lot of players next to their dodge also uses jump a lot, but jumping with Palpatine has just as many risks as it has with lightsaber heroes. And on top of that, Palpatine tends to take a hit right when he's taking off. However, unlike lightsaber heroes, Palpatine doesn't have a block, so whenever he's out of dodges, he doesn't have anything else. Jumping is still better than doing nothing, so you should use your jump if you can't dodge. If you constantly do the same dodge strategy, your opponent is going to catch on. Palpatine's side dash is also really good, so try to mix it up a bit. Just like lightsabers, you just need to play them a bit and get a feel for it. But when you're facing blaster heroes, everything changes. A well-played blaster hero can take out a badly played Palpatine in seconds. Palpatine has a better health regen than most blaster heroes, only being outclassed by Leia and Bosk. This is something we can easily make use of. Try to get close by dodging from cover to cover. Try to attack from all angles. Make yourself difficult to hit. If you still take a hit, immediately take cover and regen. This way you can deal continuous chip damage, more than your opponent can regen, while not losing too much health yourself. When running up to an opponent, constantly dash, jump and duck behind cover to make yourself as hard as possible to hit. Against blaster heroes, jumping can work really well, but if you jump too high, Palpatine's slow descent will make you an easy target. The same goes for groups of infantry, but you have to be a bit less careful. Some heroes you need to watch out for are Anakin, Finn, Han Solo and Leia. Anakin, because with his full dominance he can restrain your movement and deal up to 340 damage without giving you a chance to escape. Finn, because with his Deadeye he gets an aimbot, meaning it takes no skill to hit you. Han and Leia don't fall in this category, but both of them have really strong blasters. Combine that with some really strong explosive abilities and you got Palpatine's worst nightmare. All four of these are still definitely beatable with Palpatine. You just have to be a bit more careful. Finally, I have some general tips and tricks that will improve your Palpatine gameplay. First, let's cover how to deal with the before mentioned block spammers. Palpatine has 3 ways of getting through block. First, and by far easiest, is by using Dark Aura. Once you have gotten a bit of damage on your opponent, activate Dark Aura and stay close to them so they can't reach it. While you're doing this, also try to do one of the other 2 tactics to deal even more damage. The next way of getting through block is basically just drain their stamina. Emperor Palpatine's lightning drains a lot of stamina from the opponent. So Luke, Anakin and Rey will all lose their stamina pretty quick. Once their stamina is gone, you can deal damage to your heart's content. However, Obi-Wan and especially Yoda can block Palpatine for way longer, so this strategy doesn't work against them. The final tactic is really difficult and should only be done if you're confident in your abilities. Emperor Palpatine, just like any other non-lightsaber hero, has a melee attack. This melee attack deals 90 damage and can be used to hit your opponent in the back. In order to get behind your opponent, you can use the same dash strategies as I showed you in the lightsaber duel tutorial. However, because Palpatine doesn't have a block, getting these hits off and not taking damage yourself is a lot more difficult. Another nice thing to know, Palpatine's lightning goes through any kind of shield, including Leia's shield. So if you ever find a random squad shield on the battlefront, use it to your advantage. And finally, I should mention, in HVV, Palpatine plays a damage portal. So if you're not too confident in your abilities, stay close to a teammate. But at the same time, he's the second most difficult character to get away from. So if you have low health opponents running away from your team, it's your job to take them out. But with that said, that's it for today. Next week will be Boba Fett, but tell me in the comments who you want to see after that. If you thought this video was helpful, leave a like. And if you want to learn every hero in the game, don't forget to subscribe. But for now, that's it for today. May the Force be with you.